Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about AutoCAD graphic user interface. The first thing we'll discuss is the application button. When we click on the application button, we'll get application menu. There you see is a file handling a menu that deals with new, open, save as, etc. You can even see recent documents, and you can actually search for commands here. You can execute, for example, assuming I want to execute circle command, I can actually get circle command from here and then start my circle. So it's a very handy tool. And then you have the options. From here you can actually change the way AutoCAD looks and exit AutoCAD from here, or you can double click on the icon. If you double click on the icon, you can actually exit AutoCAD. And let me just cancel. And the next one is quick access toolbar. This is quick access toolbar right here. A quick access toolbar contains most frequently used commands. You can actually change. If you click on this arrow, you can actually add more commands or remove existing commands, or you can customize actually quick access toolbar. From quick access toolbar, you can show old menu bar, which is this one right here, which is this right here. You can actually see that application button replaced the old file menu, which is this, and you can see dimension, draw, to, etc. Let me just hide it back, avoid cluster, and then right here is the information center. Information center is from here to that place. Yeah, that's right. That's the information center. From here you can actually get help, local help or online help, download help file, local help file, if you've not downloaded that before, because normally you don't install, AutoCAD does not come with pre-installed with a local help file. You have to install it by yourself. So you can actually download and install it from here. You can actually send the feedback to AutoCAD or download the language packs, even desktop analytics. As we want to participate in AutoCAD, AutoCAD normally collects usage statistics from this application. So if you want in, you can actually go through this place. And then here is where you connect your AutoCAD account, and then you can actually go to AutoCAD on the web. Their blog, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter handles. This one here contains your account details, explore purchase options, and then to manage your license, or you can sign on out for Autodesk, AutoCAD from here. And this is a search bar. You can actually search. You can search for command in AutoCAD from here. For example, I'm searching for line, so I can actually search for line and then AutoCAD documentation, either local or online documentation. Okay, so that's it from information center. And this here is where you have your drawing title. And normally my window is small, it is a little bit big. You can actually see, let me just enlarge it a little bit. You can see the AutoCAD model, which is 2021, and drawing 1 or DWG is the title of my drawing. And then just excuse me, sorry for that. And then so Right here is our ribbon. This is our ribbon. Ribbon is divided into tabs, logical tabs containing commands, and each of the tabs is divided into panels with a group of commands in each panel. For example, here is the draw panel, here is the modify, annotation, layers. The draw deals with drawing, creating new objects, and then modify is to edit already existing objects. Annotate is to write or to dimension your drawing. Then layers, use layers to actually organize your drawing, etc. Likewise, insert, annotate, parametric, all of them are divided into panels. Now, if you look at each panel normally has a title, which is draw here, and then the icons. Some of the icons have arrows pointing downwards under them or by the side. These are what we call flyouts. If I click on what it means, whenever you see something like this, it means that that particular command can be executed in more than one way. If I click on it, I'll see, for example, circle. I can see center radius, center diameter, up to 6 ways to draw a circle. Likewise, the arc, you can see different ways to draw an arc in this flyout. Rectangle has its own flyout, as well as an ellipse and hash. All of them have their flyout. Now in modify, we have the same thing for fillet, trim, and then array, etc. That's for commands. But for panels, you still see those arrows by the side, but the title of each panel. When you see them, when you click on them, you get an extended panel. What this means is that there's no AutoCAD can store all the commands in a panel and make them visible at the same time. Normally, some of the commands will be hidden. When you need them, you access them. That's exactly what hidden panel extended panel does. So if I remove my cursor, it will fold back. If I want it to stay as when I'm supposed to use, maybe I want to draw helix multiple times and I need it to be open, I can actually pin it from here. It will stay open till I'm done with what I'm doing. I can then still unpin it to save space. Likewise, modify, likewise, annotate. All of them behaves the same way. Now look at particularly this kind of arrow. This arrow is not pointing back, it's pointing downwards, but pointing to the right side, diagonal, bottom right. So if you click on it, what it means is that it will display a dialog box. So actually, this one will display properties there, dialog there, box. So you can actually, when you get the dialog box, can actually change values or maybe interact with it the way you want, based on what you actually want, and then you can exit the dialog box. So normally right now, I don't need to change anything here. So let me just close it, and I think that's it for now for ribbon. We'll still get back to some of those commands there that we all talked about. Okay, so let's go to the tabs. You can see here we have tabs. I can open as many tabs as I want by using this plus sign. This is a new drawing button that I can use to open these buttons. Now you can see the start tab. This is the first tab that will open when AutoCAD is first started, and this is where it will point to this page where you have the get started and recent documents and notification and connect. Now if you want to start a new drawing, all you need to do is to click on the start drawing icon, and then we have a open files, which you can actually use to open existing files, open a sheet set. And the other page is where we have tutorial videos, links, tips, and that will get you up to speed with AutoCAD as soon as possible, as a beginner, actually, and online resources. So you might as well want to come here and check it out. Let me just go back to my drawing, and right now we are the drawing area or model space. We have here view control, visual style control. View control deals with the orientation of view, where you want to view the drawing from. So I can view from south is isometric. I can actually view from bottom. I can view from top. For the fact that we are dealing with 2D drawings here, this will not be important right now because it's mainly for 3D. Now, visual style control is how it will shade your drawing, your object, based on different shades: realistic, hidden, conceptual, shaded with edges. Right now we're in 2D wireframe. We don't need this, it's mainly for 3D, so we'll just ignore them. And then we have a view cube. Now, view cube is an object. You can actually interactively rotate your view your drawing from different directions. And view cube is mainly for 3D, so we won't bother ourselves with the view cube for now. So let's go to the navigation bar. There are two commands here that we will touch. They are very important. The first one is pan, the other one is zoom. Now, pan is where you actually move your drawing without changing its magnification. You can actually move it along a XY plane without changing its magnification. So as when I want to draw here, I can easily move my drawing area to that side to face me and then draw. But zoom will actually change the magnification of a drawing. Zoom extent is meant to bring every object you've drawn on your screen as close to you as possible without leaving anything behind or leaving anything out. And what do you call it? Zoom window is meant to be used to zoom in on a particular area of your drawing. So I've zoomed in here, and as when I want to work here, and then when I'm done, I can easily zoom extend to see all my drawings. And I can zoom previous to go to my last zoom configuration. So I hope you understand it. And there are some other zooms here we can use later, and the more we use them, then we'll talk about them. And then normally you can actually pan and zoom from here or from your trackball. If I hold my trackball down, I'll pan. Just hold it down and then move my cursor or my mouse, I'll actually pan. But if I rotate it front and back, I'll zoom in and out. Now, the next thing we'll talk about is my crosshair. You can see my crosshair is like two lines intersecting, two vertical and horizontal line intersecting at the center. And that is my crosshair. We call it crosshair. It can be as big as 5% of the total screen or even 100% of the total screen. With time we'll get to that. But now the next thing we need to talk about is our WCS and UCS. Right now what you're seeing is UCS. It's User Coordinator System. We have a WCS here. So by default, AutoCAD UCS is aligned to WCS. WCS is invisible there. Is a visual point on the graph, and the UCS is always aligned with it. But normally you can actually move the UCS out from there. And that is not the point right now. We'll deal with that later. And what you need to understand is that this is like a graph. Let's, for example, a Cartesian graph. You can see the intersection of the green line and the red line. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. The intersection is where you have the origin, and that's where the WCS is. That place is 0, 0. So if I want to draw a circle, and I click circle command, and AutoCAD is asking me, the prompt is saying specify center point of circle, and I type in 0, 0 using Cartesian coordinate system. If I press enter, the center of my circle will be at the origin, as you can see. So that said, let's go to the model. The command line. Command line is where you can actually access commands in AutoCAD from the command line. It's a very important tool. By just typing line or any command and pressing enter, you can actually execute line command. And sometimes most of the commands here have what we call alias. For example, line is L. If I type just L and press enter, I'll get line. If I type C and press enter, I'll get circle. If I type CO and press enter, I'll get copy. So you can see command line is a lot faster to draw with than traditional ribbon. And also command line keeps track of every activity in AutoCAD. So all the transcript of everything that has happened in AutoCAD is being documented using you can actually see them through the command line. And then command line is actually where AutoCAD prompts you during drawing. So if I start line command, this is where AutoCAD will ask me specify first point. So your eyes must always be on the command line for clues on how to draw your and design your object. So with that being said, I will go to the status bar. Status bar is where we have the tabs, the model tab and the layout tabs. Now the model tab is where we are now. That's where we actually draw the design object. The layout tab is where we actually create our viewports, create our title blocks, and then scale our drawings to whatever size we want it to be, and then print our drawing. That doesn't mean you cannot print in a model view. You can actually print it, but here is highly optimized for 2D CAD printing. Now, and on this side of the model, on this side of the status bar, is where we have what we call the drawing aids. All these things here, drawing aid. Apart from this, which is actually customization button. So with customization button, you can actually control what you see here. Everything here can appear along this place. You can see there's plenty of space for all of them, but you can actually hide some of them using all those ones that are marked or checked are the ones that you're seeing. So you can actually hide some of these buttons using that customization button. Now here we won't be talking much. I will focus on just two of these drawing aids, which is auto mode, which is with shortcut F8, and object snap with shortcut F3. So the two of them. Auto mode, if auto mode is on, let me just start auto mode. If it's on, if I start line command, I can only draw along the X or Y axis. So you can see, very handy when you want to draw square, rectangle, and some other things of that nature. Now, but object snap is meant for accuracy, snapping to a point accurately. For example, let's say that I want to draw a line from this end. You can see when I move closer, a green box comes out. That is object snap. I don't really need to get close to that the endpoint to click for me to snap to the endpoint. Whenever I see that green box, I can easily click, and my point will snap to that endpoint. That is object snap. We have object snap from circle, center of a circle. You can see that one is a circle, green circle. I can still click outside without actually getting to the center of the circle, as long as the light is on. So we have so many object snaps. We have endpoint, midpoint, center. geometry. No, all these things are there depending on what you need. Right now, what I've used as of this moment is just the center point of a circle and the end point of a line. I can still use the midpoint. Look at the midpoint here, is triangular in shape. I can use midpoint. All of them are turned on. So the ones that are turned on here are the ones that are active. If I don't need anyone to be active, I can easily turn them off from here. So I think for now we are good to go. So this is just the main introduction to AutoCAD GUI. With time we'll get to all the parts, we'll get to all the commands as much as we can. But for now, we need to get to those commands that you need for you to be able to draw effectively in AutoCAD. And those commands are just few of them. You don't need all the commands in AutoCAD to draw in AutoCAD. But you will get to learn of the other ones, more advanced one after the other. So thank you very much. If you're not following me, you can actually click on the subscribe button to follow, and then click on notification to get notification whenever these tutorials drop. And you can actually smash the like button just to help out with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching.